Hello everyone, welcome back to Vania Between Pages. Grab a snack and let's get into today's video.
Wanna clear a bottle, a cabinet, wanna stay home now.
Today's video is one that actually makes me so happy because it's the first full-long vlog of the channel. Yay! I know for a fact that I love watching these types of videos, so let me know if you guys enjoy this as well so I can film more. I have a lot of ideas. Now you might be wondering, Vania, what books are you gonna read? Well, if you saw this video, you know that I got some free books from my local library and I need to give them back in like around 2 or 3 weeks, so I'm gonna be tackling those books in this video. As you can see on the background, my books are waiting for me there, and I feel like I've been reading way too much fantasy, and I'm in the middle of Oathbringer right now, so if I wait till I finish that book, I'm never gonna read these books. So I'm gonna be pausing Oathbringer, and I don't think I can wait more than one day, so I needed to choose a book that I know I can read in a sitting. So what better than reading a mystery? So for that, I chose None of This Is True by Lisa Jewell. This book looks perfect to start with because I know I can read this very fast and it's not fantasy, so I'm not gonna get things confused and I will remember everything I'm reading in Oathbringer. So this is perfect and we're gonna start with that one, and I don't know how long it's gonna take me to film this video because I really don't know when I'm gonna get into the other two books because they are fantasy. So yeah, we don't have to worry about that now. Just come read with me.
Bring me down for all to see, then switch it up and treat me right. You promised sun, but you bring rain.
I have no idea what happened in this part of the video. For some reason the audio didn't record. Here I'm showing you that I successfully made it to part 3 and that things are turning darker, and I don't know what else could happen in this book. But as you guys can see in the bottom corner of the video, I had a notebook in which I annotated everything I wanted to say, and I have that notebook with me right now, so I'm gonna be reading exactly what I was saying. First, I was saying it feels weird not to annotate because this book isn't mine and I'm used to writing in every single book I read, so there's so many things I want to write down or just like highlight or underline and I can't, so it definitely is different, but it's not a bad experience. Also, from the moment they meet the characters, it feels really weird, like something is wrong, and this is something I talk about later in the video, but I love how there's like a documentary and there's a podcast, and it reminds me a lot of The Favorites by Lane Fargo, which is a book that I gave 5 stars to, because here there's also a Netflix show in this case, or a Netflix documentary. That is one of the reasons I gave that book 5 stars, because I genuinely could not stop reading. I also have written down here that it turned dark very early on, and yes it did. The book is really dark from the very beginning, so have that in mind if you want to read it. And last thing I wrote down is that both men in this novel are disgusting, so I was hoping for both female characters to escape and to help each other to get out of the situation. But yeah, that was it. Okay guys, so it's currently 1:05 p.m. and I just made it to part 3. I'm gonna stop reading for now because I'm gonna make pizza and then I'm gonna go play pickleball, to go to the gym, shower, and then I'll be back at night to finish the book. If there is something I can say is that it is a good mystery. Like, I want to keep reading it. I need to know what happens and I need to know what's the truth behind all of this. But I will say though, I want to recommend this to everyone because there are some harsh topics. There is grooming in one of the main couples of this novel. I wouldn't ever want to recommend a book to anyone without letting them know what to look out for. So definitely please check the trigger warnings before getting into this book if you want to read it. But as a mystery novel, I do think it's doing its job. It's making me stay on the edge of my seat. I need to read. I need to know what happens. Really excited to continue this book. I don't really have that much left. Maybe like 100 pages. I will check in with you after I eat and after I work out. So bye for now. Okay guys, I'm back from the gym. I showered and I'm ready to keep reading. It's now nighttime. It's like around 9 p.m. I know it doesn't look like it because I have like this really bright lamp like right behind the camera, and I do want to get like those small lights for the book, so that will happen soon because I really need it. But yes, I need to read part 3 and part 4 of this book, so we're almost there. We're on the finish line of this book. As of now, it's like really interesting. Oh my god, I can't find the page. Oh, here it is, part 3. Okay, we're on page 247. Saturday, July 20th. In the book, it's not actually the 20th of July.
True. Wanna throw away your vanity.
Okay guys, I just made it to part 4 of the book. Well, there's a lot going on. There is truly a lot going on. I don't think I was expecting what happened. I did see it coming, like who the villain was, but I didn't expect this exact thing to happen. And yes, I want to keep reading. I'm on page 345 and it's currently 10:13 p.m. So I think I have like 1 hour left of reading, maybe less. It's a good mystery. I like this.
Two things can be true.
Okay guys, now this part of the video will contain spoilers because I need to talk about this book, None of This Is True by Lisa Jewell. So if you haven't read the book, you can skip this next couple seconds. I will put the timestamp here. With this ending, I do believe in Josie a little bit. I do think it was Roxy who did that to Brooke. I don't know who did that to Walter. I could believe it was either Josie or Erin. I don't know. But I will say, if there is something I didn't like about this book, is how we were like downplaying what Walter did. Because it was a lot of, okay, Josie's crazy, Josie's mad. We didn't really talk about why she was mad. Like, okay, she's crazy, but there's a reason. And like, she wasn't the only evil character here. Like, why are we condoning Walter's actions? Like, no. We needed to talk about it more. Like on the podcast, Alex was like, oh yeah, like Walter wasn't a good person, he wasn't a good husband, but he was a good dad. Like, no, he wasn't a good dad either. Like, he let it all happen. Why are we not blaming Walter for things that happened? It wasn't just Josie. Also, Alex was like quite guilty too. Like, you let this woman into your life, you let her alone with your children. Like, what? And then there were some things that I just didn't connect with. But as of a mystery, I do think it's good. I do think it's worth the read. But yeah, just I didn't really like how things got solved at the end. How we let some people off the hook when they were actually quite evil. I do think this is like a 4 out of 5 stars. Actually, no, I think it's like a 3.5 out of 5 stars. Because it kept me entertained, but I didn't really connect that much with the characters.
If it's black, it's white. If it's wrong, it's right. Soon as I pick one.
Okay guys, changing plans. You know how when I went to the library on my last video, I got 3 books. One of those was None of This Is True by Lisa Jewell. The other one was Graceling, and the other one was The 13th Child. Well, I read None of This Is True, and it was a great experience. I read in a sitting, I read in a day, and that's fine because I'm currently reading Oathbringer by Brandon Sanderson. And if I want to do this reading vlog, my plan was to originally read those 3 books in the span of 1 to 2 weeks, so I can post this right after the vlog, right? But I came to the conclusion that I don't want to read any other fantasies, and I don't want to get out fully of Brandon Sanderson's world. So what we're gonna do, and I'm getting ready to do that now, is we're gonna go to the library, and now we're gonna go to the secondhand bookstore because it's finally 1 p.m. so it's open now, and I'm gonna browse and I'm gonna get some new books. My plan is to give them back, the books I already read, so None of This Is True and the other 2 that I'm not gonna read, so I can get 2 other mystery books or a romance book, whatever works best, whatever catches my attention. It's summer now, and it's actually really rough. So I'm wearing short sleeves, I'm wearing shorts, and I'm gonna be tying my hair back because we can't take the heat. And then, yeah, we're gonna be leaving now to the library and to the secondhand bookstore. My priority now is the secondhand bookstore because they do have really good books, and hopefully they have new books that I want to get. So yes, you guys will see.
I switch sides. I kinda wanna hate you, but I wanna love you too. I wanna hold you close and let you go, find someone new. And I wish it wasn't, but my mind's made up in two. What's killing me the most is knowing two things can be true. Two things can be true.
Okay guys, so we're back from the library and the secondhand bookstore, and this time it was a total success. We found some pretty amazing books, so I'm gonna be doing a haul. These are the books I got from the library, and these are the books I'm gonna be reading for the rest of this reading vlog. And as I was telling you guys, I got one mystery book and one romance book. Starting off with the romance book, I found Hello Stranger by Catherine Center. There were so many Catherine Center books, and I just read the back of most of them, and this is the one that caught my attention the most. So I got it and I'm gonna read it. Hopefully I like it. I've heard many things about this author. People like her in general, so I'm quite excited. And then the second book I got from the library, Don't Let Him In by Lisa Jewell. Apparently she has me in a chokehold because, as you know, I just read None of This Is True by her. So I gotta keep reading. It was so easy to read this book, and this one's shorter. And again, I read the back and it sounds interesting. These are the 3 books, and I got these books. I got 4 from the secondhand bookstore and 1 from a little free library. So if you guys want to see what books I got for $4, go check my TikTok account. I'm gonna be making a haul. I'm back with the voiceover. I forgot to let you guys know I was going to the library to read Don't Let Him In by Lisa Jewell in a sitting. And of course it started raining as soon as I left home. But here I am starting the book.
Just like a present from heaven, beautiful, wonderful you. The clouds disappeared and the birds started singing a beautifully wonderful tune. For no other song could be worthy of beautiful, wonderful you. Now who could have thought this could happen? Who would have ever believed? Could it be true that someone like you could fall for somebody like me? I'll swing along, happy as ever, no longer lonely or blue. For I have been kissed by an angel, beautiful, wonderful you.
Okay guys, it's 2 days later after you last saw me reading. I'm gonna do like a little update just so like we keep track of things. So far I've read None of This Is True by Lisa Jewell, and then 2 days ago I read Don't Let Him In by Lisa Jewell. I'm like, she has me in a chokehold. I want to keep reading her books. They're so fun. Like, objectively, they're not that good, but they're fun. Like, both of them I've given 3.5 stars. But on the fun element, or like keeping me on the edge of my seat, they are like 4-star reads. I'm gonna start reading Hello Stranger. I have like half hour before I head out to the gym, and this should be a fun read. I haven't read a romance in so long. I want to say months. I've been reading a lot of fantasy, and going off of that, I'm like 279 pages into Oathbringer, and still it feels like I'm like 10 pages in. But yeah, we're working on it. I hopefully will finish this in the next 1 or 2 weeks of August, because I do have a lot of books I want to read. Also, I went to this bookshop and I got The Last Letter by Rebecca Yarros. I had on my hands a romance book, I don't remember the title, and I had a book by Abby Jimenez. in hardcover. And then when I was waiting in line to buy the books, I saw the last letter and I was like, wait, I've seen this before. And I remembered instantly all of the people I saw on TikTok crying and saying this book is perfect. So I just decided to get this one. So I'm gonna be reading this soon. I'm gonna be letting you guys know what I think of it. But as of now, we're still reading Oathbringer, and I'm gonna start Hello Stranger before I head out to the gym. So hopefully we'll be done with this book in like the next couple days. Also, how do you guys like my bun? I've been trying for ages to be able to do a messy bun, and it just doesn't work. My hair is too heavy. So I followed this TikTok tutorial, and I think this worked out. I like it. Next time I'm gonna do it like higher, because I definitely want to see like how it looks on me, and I do want to try because I need to like have a routine to make a messy bun, because I love how it looks on other people. I don't like how it looks on me that much, but still. So yes, that's it for this reading update.
Now who could have thought this could happen? Who would have ever believed?
Okay guys, so if there's something I'm really enjoying about this book is our female main character. I feel like this is actually quite like something new for me, because in a lot of romance books I struggle to like the main character, and here I actually quite love her. She's so funny and she's so real. And another thing I really appreciate about this book is that I feel like Catherine Santer really did her research. I don't know if she's kind of like Ali Hazelwood and she's actually in STEM and she knows about this. Wait, let me check. I don't think she's a doctor or anything, or at least I cannot tell so far. But this book, like, our main character deals with face blindness, and we can see the psychological aspect and the medical aspect to a good depth, and I feel like that's really good. I don't think you should be writing about something you don't know about. I feel like Catherine Santer really did her research here. It's quite a lot of things to deal with, and I feel like I can understand what she's going through because I actually know what's happening here, and that is all thanks to the writing Catherine Santer is doing, because she knows what's happening and she's letting me know what happens. And that is really important in a book, especially if it deals with like a medical issue just like this one. And yeah, so far I'm actually really liking it. I really think this is gonna be one of my favorite romance books, maybe. I don't know, it's certainly in a good place. It's really cutesy. We're seeing some things with our main couple and I actually quite enjoy it. There's also characters that are like actually evil, and yeah, this is really good so far. And I want to read more Catherine Santer books for sure. I just want to buy them because I need to like write in them and I need to like highlight things because I love annotating books. But so far, this is really good and I'm so glad I got it.
Could it be true that someone like you could fall for somebody like me? Now I'll swing along, happy as ever, no longer lonely or blue. For I have been kissed by an angel, beautiful, wonderful, marvelous, lovable, beautiful, wonderful you.
Press the backs of our hands together. It's still wet, so the ink should transfer.
Okay guys, it's time. I have successfully finished all 3 books of this reading vlog, so I'm gonna be talking about all of them, and don't worry, this is spoiler free. Starting off with None of This Is True by Lisa Jewell. This is the first book I read in the vlog, and I'm gonna say I was quite pleasantly surprised. This was my first time reading Lisa Jewell, and it was a really good experience. I found myself really enjoying this story, especially because of the structure of this book. I feel like without that structure, I wouldn't have been as obsessed and into the story as I was. There is a Netflix documentary and there is a podcast. And as we're reading these scenes in the past in the book, we find some excerpts of both the documentary and the podcast, and I think that made it really interesting because you know or you suspect that something's gonna happen, but you haven't gone into that part yet. That makes you want to keep reading just to figure out what truly happened. The characters of this book, I'm gonna say they're all pretty annoying, but not to the point that you don't want to read the book. They're just like not that bright and you're like, what are you doing? It's actually a really entertaining book, even with that fact. So I think this is a really good book if you want to get out of a reading slump, or if you're looking for a good palate cleanser. I feel like this is a good option. I give it 4 stars because it was fun for me, but objectively I think it's a 3.5. If you're looking for a good thriller, I think you should get into this, but first check the trigger warnings. Second book I read in the vlog, Don't Let Him In by Lisa Jewell. I found this one to be really more interesting. This book talks about many characters and they're all women, and they're all dating this one guy that has different names depending on the person that's narrating the story. This guy is married to a lot of different women, and it's also like dating or seeing many others. You can see the way he thinks, why he does what he does, and it's actually quite interesting to read. I found myself really annoyed at him, but at the same time I was like, what else can he do? There's more. Like, you never stop being surprised by his actions. And again, the characters are not like the best I've read. They're all pretty bland, but the male main character, the MMC, he is interesting enough to keep you reading this book. And at the same time, you can see like what the women are doing or what they're like figuring out. It makes this book that much more interesting. So I'm gonna say, now that it's like a week after I read both of them, I think I like this book better than None of This Is True, but both of them have that element of surprise and that thing that makes you want to keep reading. So I feel like both of them are good if you're looking for a thriller or if you're wanting to get out of a reading slump. I just think I like this one better. I also gave this book 4 stars, but it's objectively 3.5. Then I found a 5-star read, and of course that is Hello Stranger by Catherine Center. This is the first romance book I've read in at least 2 months. I'm so happy I chose this book because it was amazing. It was quite the ride. I loved every single character here, especially these two. I love the dog, I love Peanut. I think this was amazing. I wanted to keep reading. I actually couldn't stop myself from reading this book. I had to go to the gym, or I had to run some errands, and I had to stop reading this book, but I genuinely could not stop thinking about what was going on. This book is basically about our main character, Sadie. She needs to go through brain surgery, and after that her brain is like swollen and she has some consequences because of that, and we see how she navigates through these problems and how she figures out like a way to live with these new things that she's experiencing. Everything is really cute. There is a plot twist. I knew right away from the beginning what was gonna happen, but that made me like more happy to read this book. I was like crashing out with every single decision she took, but in the good way. Again, this was like really worth it. If you're looking for a romance book, this is one for you. Or if you don't really like romance but want to get into it, I think this is a good option. I'm gonna add this man to one of my book boyfriends. This was amazing. This was 5 out of 5 stars. I loved it, and I think this made it to my list of favorite romances of all time. So I definitely recommend this one. And that's all the books I read. Thank you guys for staying till the end of this reading vlog. Let me know if you have read any of these books or if you want to read any of them. I hope you found some good recommendations from this video. Thank you guys for staying till the end. Don't forget to like and subscribe and activate the notifications so YouTube can let you know whenever I post a new video. I'll see you guys next week with more bookish content in my next video. Bye!